All right, Linux Labs. Here we go again. What we have today is going to be first up creating a template VM in VirtualBox. The reason for that is having a template VM will save time by giving you a clean pre-installed base kind of to start from without needing to do a full reinstall every single time. You just clone the template, power it on, update the host name and IP address, and then give it a reboot, and you're pretty much ready to customize it for service. I've already actually made my template so that we can kind of go through the copy. Took a little bit of time whenever I did it, but I'll show you the process. In VirtualBox, if you've got your Fedora 01 VM or any one you're working with, right-click it, hit clone, gonna pop up this window. Give it a name there. I did Fedora 38 template. And I've already got one, so it'll be the little red arrow or the bang over there. New MAC address policy. You're using a bridge networks like I am to generate new MAC address for all network adapters. This is just for the VM, right? It's not changing anything on your system. So click next here. You want full clone. Linked clone may be of use in the future, but you want a wholly separate machine from the one you're actually cloning off of. Click finish, and it should start copying. I'm going to cancel out of this, and once yours finishes copying, what we're going to do is just power the thing on, just like we normally do. I'll use a button up here, why not? We're going to need the console, because this one does have the same IP on it that Fedora 01 has. It did update the MAC address, but the network configs are the same because it cloned the disk, right? It was like, let me just make a copy, boot it up. Once it boots up, we'll change the hostname to it to make it kind of generic, and log in here. We're also going to do a system update, right? Just to make sure it's fully up to date. This is the DNF command, package manager on Fedora-based stuff. It's basically the upstream yum right now. Yum, I don't know if they're going to keep that name for the long run or not, but they're very similar commands. If you do DNF update on Fedora, you would do yum update on like Red Hat 8, Red Hat 7. Ubuntu is totally different. It's apt. Let's see here. Yeah, DNF update. Let's do its thing. It's just going out there again, like we've done before, and downloading all the updated metadata and everything about what the current version of Fedora has. Yeah, let's go ahead and do those updates. Yes, enter. Dun, 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 little download going on. Come on. Cable internet, don't fail me now. Gonna take a hot minute, I guess. Get this on out of the way. Let's see here. We're going to need to set it for DHCP so that it's not stepping on the IP address of that other Fedora 01 VM every time we make a new copy of this template. We're going to change the host name to the Fedora 38-template, and then we're going to remove what's called the SSH host keys from the machine. Each time you boot a new clone of the VM, once we've done that, it'll generate new host keys for that clone of the VM, right? I'm not going to dive into why that's important right now, but it will help to ensure that each of your machines has a bit of a different identity. If you're preparing clones for production work, you absolutely want to do more than just that to clean up the template before it goes into use. You can knock out log files, remove histories, all kinds of things to do, like what a Windows box would be sysprepped for whatever. I think that's still a thing. They may have a new utility for that even. It's been so long. All right, we've got updated. You notice our host name, we're on Fedora 38 template as our VM name, but our host name has that whole thing there. Oh, let's see here. We're actually going to change our domain today too because we're going to be putting up DNS servers later. So sudo hostname ctl set dash hostname. And then what do we want to call it? Fedora 38 template. Show me the host name. Valid. That doesn't update what it has on our prompt here for reasons. But if you logged out and logged back in, it would be changed. We've got that. We need nm2e. Network Manager, text user interface. Enter. Edit a connection. Yours might have a different name than mine. Edit. Down, 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 down. And we're just going to remove all of these things. Go up here to manual. Enter. Automatic. That means DHCP. Hide that because, well, let me show it again. What do we have? Yeah, that's all good. Hide that. IPv6 can stay disabled. And okay. That was a tab to get out of that area there. You can use the arrow too. Go back. Down to quit. Tab to get to OK. Quit is selected. Enter. And we're out of there. That hasn't actually changed anything yet, right? Because we haven't restarted it. nmcli show connection con. No. There we go. I had it backwards. nmcli con show. That'll show what connections you have. nmcli con up. enp0s3. That's what I've got there for the connection name. That's going to bring that connection up. Now it's already up. So what does that mean? That means it's going to reapply the settings. If you are 100% certain of your settings and you were connected remotely and did this, it would probably be okay. But some things can get disconnected. So don't do this kind of thing on prod unless you just have to. With our DHCP, it should take a little longer. No? I've broken it. Gonna control C here. All right, I got it figured out. Didn't have to do with the DH client stuff I was digging into, but I guess it might be just something weird with my Wi-Fi adapter I had bridged onto. So I've switched over to my local network, which the cable's damaged on currently. That's why I may deal with a little bit of slower connectivity for now. It does appear to at least be working. Let's see here. IP header now shows DHCP address instead of the .73 that was on the other machine. And what I had run to do that was on up np0s3 on nmcli con show. We've got that. Same IP address. All right, so we've got all of that. The SSH host keys cd/etc SSH. Sorry. And we only want the SSH underscore host underscore whatever underscore e files and pub files that go with them. The 3 files and 2 directories up at the top, moduli ssh config, ssh config d, sshd config, sshd config.d should all stay. So be careful with this command, rm -f. We're going to need a sudo sh underscore host underscore anything underscore key anything. All gone. Set down dash HTTP now. All right, and prepare our template as long as nothing goes crazy like it did before. Whoops, that's for the next lesson. Let's see here. Now, we're going to create the VMs for the next lab, those name servers, ns01.mylab.local. Right? Why not? Do generate a new MAC address. Full clone. Finish. It's going to copy. And we're going to do another one. ns02.mylab.local. No checks. Next. Full clone. Finish. Got 2 copies going on. Just what we need. Let's see here. Yeah. So we're kind of we'll do the opposite of what we did whenever we created the template. Power them up, change their host name, kind of just like we did to what they should be. Update the IP address to a static IP address, but one for NSO1 or NSO2 as we configure them. And then we'll close this one out, and I'll get started on the DNS lab. Let's see here. We can make one more while this is going. We'll do a web server one at some point, maybe this next weekend. I don't think I'll get to it today. web01.mylab.local. Let's see here, with DNS and WebServer, you can do all kinds of stuff. Oh, almost forgot. Generate new MAC addresses. Things will get funky on the network if you don't do that. Make another full clone there. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. We can go ahead and move ahead, I believe. I said I was going to wrap this one up, actually. Yeah. Our next steps, we're going to start these name server ones and get to customizing them. But I'll put that right here. It's a good spot for them. That'll save time in the DNS lab, but it'll be long enough on its own. I thought I could do it all at once. Give it just a second here. There we go. Solid. Okay, NS01, NS02. We're going to set the host names. Give them an IP, and then we'll wrap up. Host name, CTL, set dash host name, and we are on ns02.mylab.local. I'm looking in the upper left there to see exactly which VM I'm on. Sudo nm3, edit a connection. We're going to show and change automatic back to manual. Add an address, 192. Where? 10. Kind of all over the place. For now, since the DNS servers aren't up, we're just going to use some public ones. mylab.local. All right. All right. So to my lab local. Did I set the wrong IP? I did. I said 10, didn't I? Yeah, we want 11 on 2. There we go. Bring the connection back up. IP address. All right, it's got the right one. And just shut that down and it'll be ready for the next lab. Then I will do the same thing here on NSO1. Log in, set the hostname, NS02, 1, not my lab, local, and set our IP, manual, 192.168.10. Should set that. Yeah. Oh. Reset the controller and make sure. There we go. All right. Shut down. All right, there we go. So that's clones. You can make, as many clones of that template VM as you want, really. And yes, as many as you have resources for, right? Build any kind of lab that you want. All of the VMs that you make, once you've customized them and get them on the network appropriately, when they're powered on, will be able to communicate with one another. So you can build small service infrastructures that fit within the resources of the machine that you're running VirtualBox on. You could even branch out to other ones, depending on how the Windows firewall is behaving. But I'll catch y'all for DNS in a short bit. Hope this one helped y'all speed things up in the lab.